Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Naomi Rook. If you're brand new to my channel, consider subscribing. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also make sure to ring the notification bell so you can be notified anytime I do upload a video. Today what I'm going to do is a mid-year favorites, my favorite products of 2022 so far. I like to do a mid-year favorites because I find towards the end of the year I can kind of forget the products that I've used or tested out. I've used a lot of products, so I like doing this because in December I can look back at this video and kind of remind myself the products that I was loving. I'm also curious to know if I'm still loving them towards the end of the year. Not all these products came out in 2022. They're just products that I have discovered for myself in my collection in 2022, products that I've used new. I did use some of these products to create this makeup look. I will have little clips popping in here and there of how I did create this look. So if you'd like to see all of my favorite products from 2022 so far, then go ahead and keep watching and let's get her done. So I am going to go in the order that I apply my makeup just because it makes it a little bit easier for me to kind of keep track of what I've talked about. I am using all of the same brow products I have used for years. The e.l.f. Brow Wow, the Got2b Brow Glue. I love those so much. The only new discovery I found is the SheGlam. This is the 2-in-1 eyebrow. On one side there is a pencil and on the other side there is a pen. I absolutely love this brow product. It is so pigmented, so creamy, lasts forever. It is what's in my brows today. I really love this. This is my most favorite eyebrow pen. It is in the color taupe. I do wish they would come out with a blonde color. I find the taupe could be just a tad bit too dark for me, but I do really love that it is double-sided. It's everything I need for my brow except for a gel. I really love this. This will probably be the end of my trilogy for the only brow products I will ever need. The Got2b Clear Glue, the e.l.f. Brow Wow, and then this product, and I will never need another eyebrow product. I really enjoy the longevity, the creaminess, the blendability, and how fast and easy it is to do my eyebrows using this product. I do have a few eyeshadow palettes that I have been loving for the beginning of this year. The first one is the Oden's Eye X Angelica Hela palette. Love this so much. Yellows and greens are some of my favorite eyeshadows to use. This is my first Oden's Eye eyeshadow palette. Love the formula. The metallics are beautiful. They're very thin. They're not thick metallics, so there's just kind of a light glisten on the eyes. I really love this one a lot. The next discovery for 2022, which is probably my favorite discovery, is Blend Bunny Cosmetics. I absolutely love this formula. So the first one is the Dollhouse Palette. This is such a beautiful, very unique kind of neutral palette. It has everything from really beautiful metallics to nice, beautiful jewel tone. Every color you can use to build an eyeshadow look. This is such a fantastic formula, super creamy and blendable. I get the most compliments on my eyeshadow when I'm using these palettes. The other one is the Surge palette. I love this one so much. This is the one I'm using today. I have this yellow in my inner corner and all the other colors all over my lids. I love this palette so much. Super creamy and blendable, just really fantastic. And the neons are stunning. They're a little more difficult to use, but I find as long as I just kind of pat them in place and leave them, I don't blend them or move them too much, they really do adhere to the eyes and look beautiful. I just love this eyeshadow palette. One of my most striking, beautiful eyeshadow palette, and the Blend Bunny formula is just extremely creamy and blendable. I love it so much. And then the last eyeshadow palette is the most recent to my collection. It is the Beauty Bay Earthy palette. This is green lover's fantasy. I love this eyeshadow palette so much. It is the most gorgeous, beautiful green, neutral, grungy, smoky, pastel green color story you could ever want. It is every green color I've ever wanted in my entire collection. I love this so much. Metallics are a thick, creamy, very intense metallic. The mattes are super blendable, very creamy as well. I love this formula so much. I love this palette. Everything about it is absolutely stunning. I've done a dedicated video for every one of these palettes. If you'd like to see swatches of any of them, please do go back into my channel and I will have those linked down below also so you can watch those. But those have been the eyeshadow palettes that have really stuck out to me, that I've absolutely loved and enjoyed so far through 2022. One single eyeshadow. This is not a new formula, but it is a new color. This is the Dennesa Myricks Color Fixes. I love these so much. They are one of the best single shadows I have in my collection. So this is a foil. This is Milky Way. I do have it on my lids. It is that intense glitter shimmer reflective that you can see. This is a clear base with just intense reflective glitter in it. I love this so much. If I am needing to take any look and just amp it up just a little bit, I go for this every time. I love that there's no color to it, so you can kind of still see the color that I put underneath, but then it has that beautiful glitter. Love this formula, and this is just a new color to my collection that I've been absolutely loving. I don't have any new eyeliners or mascaras. I'm still using my Maybelline Falsies. I'm still using ColourPop, the cream gel liners. I do have one cream gel liner on my eyes today. I am using the Electric Daisy, but it's nothing new. I've been using those for years and I absolutely love them. So if you're wanting mascara or eyeliner suggestions, I would highly suggest those ones. Really, really love those. Let's go ahead and move on to face products. So the first one's going to be primers. I have discovered two new primers that I've really, really been loving. And the first one is the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I know this is supposed to be dupe for the Milk Hydro Grip. I never tried that one, but I did try this one. I do really, really love this. I'm not sure if it's a dupe, but I think it is a really fantastic primer. It's a very sticky primer. You apply it onto your skin, let it sit there for a few seconds, and then apply your foundation. I really find this adds a lot of longevity to my foundation. I can take a long wear foundation, put this on, and it will not budge anywhere. I really do love this product a lot. The other one is a Maybelline, the Master Blur Stick. I have this in light/medium. I love this because there is color to it. You can kind of see it right there. So when I'm not going to do any makeup, I love applying this right to where I have pores, blending it out. It gives me a tiny bit of coverage, really blurs out my face. I have it on today, and I think my foundation looks completely flawless. I don't see any pores right here. I really love this. I pretty much just target it in my pore areas. So right by my nose, right here, a little bit on my forehead. It smooths out my skin so much. I love this. It is an incredible primer. So these two primers are new discoveries. I have been using all of my Wet n Wild primers. Those are really my favorite for hydrating, luminosity, anything like that, but these ones are two recent new discoveries that I have really been loving as well. Three foundations that I've been loving. I would probably say my top so far for 2022 is the Hard Candy. This is the Glamlaflage Full Coverage Foundation. I have this in 3 colors. I love this foundation. There is something so smoothing and airbrush, full coverage. I really love how this lays on my skin. It does not settle into my fine lines. It does not look cakey or heavy. It is a stunning foundation. I don't hear a lot of people talk about it. There's not a full solid ounce in here, so you do get a little bit less, but I think it's $5 or $6, so I don't mind. I will continue to buy this. I think this is probably one of the most underrated foundations at the drugstore for full coverage, long wear. It just looks fantastic on the skin. It is not matte. It's more of a satin kind of skin-like. I don't really see any luminosity, but this is so beautiful. Well, I am wearing it today. It is just one of my favorite foundations. I do have normal to dry skin. If you have oily skin, I still think this would work for you because it's not oily or dewy on me or anything like that. I just love how it wears. Honestly, like if you were looking for a wedding foundation from the drugstore, I would suggest get one of these and try them out. It's not expensive. You can test it on your skin. Really, really love how absolutely flawless that foundation looks. I have gotten a lot of compliments from my fiance for that foundation. And then on the complete opposite spectrum is the L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. This is such a fantastic, lightweight, glowy, dewy, healthy, beautiful, just like supple tinted serum. It does have more coverage than you would expect from a tinted serum. I would say it's probably light to medium-esque. I would do a little color correcting underneath, and it is really a fantastic. It doesn't last super, super long. I wouldn't say like 10 hours or anything, but a good solid 7 hours. Beautiful, dewy. Love this one a lot. The other one I have is a very unexpected foundation, and this is the SheGlam, the Hydrating Skinfinite Foundation. I love this so much. This has a medium to buildable full coverage. It is a bit more dewy. It looks so fantastic on the skin. It doesn't wear the longest, but I do really love how it makes my skin look. Not quite as airbrushed as the Hard Candy, but this one does have a bit more kind of satin finish, a little bit more glow to it, but I think this is absolutely stunning. I have this in Shell. I have the L'Oreal. This is my winter shade, and this one is in Rose Light. And then the ones I have in the hard candy, I have Olive, which is the color I am wearing today. I have Nude, which is just a little bit lighter but a little bit more warm. And then I have Linen, and that is the perfect winter shade for me. So those are the foundations that I have been loving. I think in level of loving, I would go with the hard candy as my most loved so far, the L'Oreal, and then probably the SheGlam 1/3. But I really have loved all three of those foundations, and I'm so glad I discovered them this year. I have been doing quite a bit of color correcting just under my eyes just to cover a little bit of dark circles. So I've been using my LA Girl Pro Conceal, and I have this in Peach Corrector. Love this so much. Really works well for correcting my under eyes with my skin tone. I have more of a light to medium, a little more tan, but it also does work for me in the winter when I'm a bit more fair. Really like this a lot. It doesn't add a thick, heavy, cakey layer. It is a very light, you can barely tell it's even there, and then when you apply your foundation and concealer on top of it, all lays really nicely on top, but it gives you the perfect amount of color correcting. I have two concealers. The first one is probably my most favorite discovery of the year, I would say. This is the Undone. This is the Conceal to Reveal palette plus Glow Giving Coconut Extract 3-in-1 coverage. This is a concealer palette. It has 3 different layers of coverage. You can kind of see that in the pan. I normally just go with the max or the medium or kind of just blend it all together. I don't notice a huge difference. The first time I tried this, I did not like it. It didn't blend well. It didn't really mesh with my skin, so I didn't know what was kind of going on. The more I tried it, I found the perfect way to use this is with your fingers, which I'm not a huge fan of using products with my fingers, but this is so worth it because when you apply it with your finger, you let it sit, you blend it out. It is stunning. It gives you maximum coverage. It's super creamy and hydrated. It doesn't really crease. I don't find that it kind of sinks into my fine lines under my eyes. This is an absolutely incredible concealer. I don't hear anyone talking about this one, but it was really creamy, very hydrating. I think it would be great for someone who has dry skin, medium skin, maybe even oily because it's not super dewy. It is just a hydrating, not drying, full coverage concealer, and I really love warming it up with my fingers, blending it out that way. It's absolutely stunning. It is the concealer I am wearing today, and I just love this formula so much. And if you're wanting something light coverage, very lightweight on the skin and dewy, I love the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. I think this is a beautiful product. It is very lightweight, dewy. It does not give you a ton of coverage. This is something I like to wear on an everyday type basis, nothing full coverage or anything like that. I'll do the color corrector, this on top. Beautiful. It is a dewy concealer, so if you don't like dewy concealers or if you like matte, I would steer clear from this one. It's not the fullest coverage, but it is absolutely stunning. It gives you the most healthy, plump looking under eyes. You don't look tired. You put the tiniest bit on your fingers, put it under your eyes, blend it out. It's beautiful. The thing I dislike the most about it is the application. It comes in a little pump. I really, really wish it came in a doe foot, something I could just apply on. I find it a little more difficult to apply this way. I can't really control how much I get. Sometimes I end up wasting because I did too much of a pump because you need the smallest amount. This isn't really one that you can build up, so it is hard to just get a tiniest amount and apply it. Really love this. It is a beautiful concealer. 2 liquid bronzer formulas I have been using. The first one is the Made by Mitchelle, the Blursh. I have Hello There, and then I also have Shady Business. So Hello There is a very cool toned kind of contour color. It's definitely too light for me right now. I have to use that in the winter, otherwise you won't see it on my skin at all. And then Shady Business, I don't really love the undertone. So this is the Hello There, very cool tone contour color. This is Shady Business. I find this is a very yellow undertone, which I'm not a huge fan of yellow undertones, but I really, really love this formula a lot. I do need to try to find something more in between, or even maybe a little bit more neutral but darker. But this formula is so blendable. I will just apply it on my skin, blend it out that way because it doesn't dry down too fast. The blushes in this formula I also love. They're one of my top favorites. Those are very matte, full coverage, dry down super fast. These do not. They kind of give you more time to play with them. So I do really like to apply these to the skin and then blend them out. They're a fantastic formula. Another win from SheGlam makeup are their bronzers. These are the Sun Sculpt liquid bronzers. I love these so much. So I have 2. One is a very cool tone contour type color. This is a very, very cool tone, kind of grayish color. I don't use this a whole lot. I will definitely use it a lot more in the winter time. And then the other one is Golden Sun. This I have on today. I do want another darker one. I love this formula so much. So there is the Golden Suns. This is probably my favorite color of all 4 of them. I really love this formula. Very thin, very blendable. It looks great on the skin. You can blend it out so well that you don't get weird lines. This is such the most perfect bronze, kind of just all over type sweep of color. A few powder bronzers that I've been loving. The first one is the LYS No Limit Matte Bronzer in Motivate Light. I love this. This is so blendable and creamy. It is a really, really nice matte bronzer. I don't have any issue with blending this all over the skin. It's a tiny bit powdery, but I don't mind because it is super blendable. It is the bronzer I have all over my skin today. I love the undertone of this. It is very light, but it's still a little warm, but not yellow. It's like a perfect light bronzer color. I really like that. I can use it winter or summer. I think it is a really nice formula and super blendable. And honestly, I've really liked everything I've tried from LYS. I have their foundation, which I also really, really love. And there's a few other products from the brand I want to try, but the bronzer is really beautiful. The other one is the Dull Beauty Give Me Sun, and I have this in light as well. It's a huge compact, and it's very difficult to open, which I don't like that about it, but I do really love this bronzer. It is yet again another matte, kind of cool tone, light bronzer. Really like this one as well. Very blendable and creamy. So there is the Dull Beauty. That one is definitely a little bit lighter than the LYS one. I do want to get something a bit darker for the Dull Beauty. I haven't been able to use this during the summer. It's really a winter color for me, but I love this formula so much. You cannot mess up this bronzer. It's not super pigmented, but it's pigmented enough. You just build it up to the pigmentation you want on your skin. I really love this formula a lot. I don't have any new finishing powders or setting powders. I really just kind of stick with the same ones I've already talked about. The Kosas Cloud Set and the Jaclyn Cosmetics Brightening Palette. I love those. Those are just my favorites. I do have quite a few blushes. This year has been the year of blushes. I love blushes so much. I don't have any new powder blushes. I've really just been getting into creams and liquids. So the first one I want to talk about is the Merit. This is the Cheek Color in Cheeky. I love this. I've heard some mixed reviews about this. It does kind of come in a little stick. I love this. It is the blush I have on underneath all my other blushes. I apply this with my fingers, and then I just tap it on my finger, rub it into my skin. This is such a unique formula. It is a very transparent color that deposits a lot of color on your cheek. It's kind of a confusing product. It looks like absolutely nothing on your skin. You blend it out and it just looks like skin that just has tone. There is no powderiness, there's no cakiness. It just is the most sheer wash of the intense color. I don't even know how to describe it. I love it so much. I think it works best on days where maybe you don't have as much makeup on, but I did use this today and I think it absolutely looks beautiful. Next is one of the newest ones to my collection. This is the e.l.f. Luminous Blush, and I have this in Bermuda. This is a beautiful blush. I do wish it was a little bit darker. It's a little bit light for my taste, but I do need to go onto e.l.f.'s website to buy a darker color. This is such a stunning luminous blush. You can see it on there. I love this blush because it is super luminous. I wouldn't call it dewy, but it definitely has an intense luminosity. It doesn't have any glitter in it. It's just a reflective base to it. It's stunning. I do want to get more colors. I love the e.l.f. Putty Blush, and I knew I was going to love the Luminous Blush as well, and I absolutely do love the formula. The next one is a Profusion. This is the Blush Hour Soft Matte Liquid Blush. I love this so much. This is in Rosé. This is such a stunning blush. It is in the same component as the SheGlam bronzers and their blush. I do like the SheGlam blush, but I just love this one a little bit more. This is in Rosé. It is a light kind of coral color. You blend it out, it looks luminous, and then once it dries down, it is a matte color. I love it. It's not super pigmented, but you can definitely build it up. It's an absolutely stunning color. It is the prettiest coral color, and I love it. I think my favorite blush discovery this year is the Pink Honey. These are the Blush Bibles. I love these. I saw them from Hela on TikTok. So these are a double-sided blush. They come in this little book. You can actually like take them apart, snap them together, and then you can kind of mix match if you have multiple colors. So this one is in Girl Code. There is a cream blush. I do have this on my cheeks today. Super dewy, luminous, gives you that really juicy cheek look. So this is a cream, and on the other side is a cream, kind of cream to powder type product. So there it is. I will do a swatch. It is so silky. This was a bit more of a blush topper, and then the cream is super intense and very pigmented, very blendable. I love this formula so much. So there are quite a few different color stories. I do want to get more. So this other one is Pink Ore. So this one comes with the cream blush, which is a little bit darker, and then on this side it comes with an actual like highlighter, but it's the same cream to powder formula. So here is the blush, super intense, very like neon-y coral, and then the highlighter is absolutely stunning. And there is that. So I love that they kind of come with different products. This one came with kind of a blush topper. This one came with a highlighter, and this highlighter is absolutely stunning. It's like a champagne pink kind of gold, beautiful, and I really love this blush formula and the color. Pigmented, very creamy, kind of feels wet to the touch. I really love that formula. Probably my favorite blush discovery of 2022. Next, we're gonna go into lip products. This is my last category. I know this video has been long, but I just wanted to show you all the products that I have been loving. First, we're gonna do lip liners. So the first one is another SheGlam product. I have really loved pretty much everything I've tried. There are just some standout products from SheGlam that have gone to the top of my list. So the first one is their matte lip liner. I think this is a neutral or natural. I love this lip liner so much. It is so creamy. It is a perfect neutral nude brown liner. Just my ideal kind of contour lip color, very creamy, long lasting. It is the liner I am wearing today. The other one is the e.l.f. This is the Love Triangle Lip Filler Liner. I love the shape of this. It comes in like a triangle. You just twist it up. This is a lot more neutral brown. It's called mauve, but I would say it's not quite as mauve, a little more brown. Love the formula of that, very long wearing. The other one is the Dull Beauty. And this is the Diva Forever. I'm not the biggest fan of the color, but the formula is absolutely stunning. So this is a dark golden undertone brown liner. I do really like how dark it is. I've used this a lot more during the fall and winter. The formula is so creamy and so pigmented. It is a wooden pencil. I like that it's a little bit drier. All three of these are a little bit more on the drier side. They are creamy, but they're not like slippy, slidey. They really do adhere to your lips. They last forever, and these are like just my ideal colors. I love neutral nude colors that I can just put on and then put a lighter lip in the middle. Exactly how I like to have my lip colors look, but these are all really great ones. I have a few kind of more sheer lip products. The first one is the e.l.f. Sheer Slick Lipstick, and this is in Jamor Jelly. This is kind of like a tinted balm. It's so beautiful. I love the color of it. Very hydrating. It's not the most long lasting, but it is just a more hydrated, kind of more sheer, glowy lip balm to put on your lips. The other one is the Lottie London. This is the Oil Slick, and this is extra cherry. This is a lip oil that has a little bit of pinkiness to it. You can't really see in the swatch, but on top of your lips you can definitely see a bit of glow and pinkiness. It is so hydrating, feels really great on the lips. Has a really nice kind of cherry smell. I like it a lot. The next one is the Wet n Wild Hydrating Lipstick. I love this formula so much. I've loved it for a long time. These are two new colors. So the first one is Strawberry Lingerie. I love this color so much. It's just so stunning. So there is Strawberry Lingerie. These are not the most long wearing, but they are so hydrating and comfortable to wear. When they fade really gracefully, very beautifully on the lips, so you can just reapply real fast. I don't normally wear a liner with these. I just apply a little bit into the middle of my lips. You can wear a liner for sure. They're just a beautiful formula. This other one is Pinky Ring. I think Pinky Ring is my most favorite. It's a little bit lighter, but it's a tiny bit more cool toned. Love that one so much. Those are two of my like go-to summer lipsticks. Really like that. The next one is an e.l.f. Shirley Satin Lipstick in Creme. I love this. This is a really great, very light nude. Kind of a concealer nude, but I do like that, especially with a darker liner. And then I will apply that to the middle of the lip. It's a very inexpensive lipstick, and I love the formula. The lipstick I am wearing today is the Milani Tease. This is an incredible formula. The creamiest, most buttery matte formula I own. This is a fantastic nude color. It's right there. It is what's on my lips today. I love how it feels. It is not drying. It is the best matte formula from the drugstore, and maybe the best matte lipstick out there. I love it so much. It is not drying. It doesn't make my lips look weird. I've had it on for now probably 40 minutes or so because I've been talking and doing quite a lot, and it does not look weird on my lips. It has not faded. Really love that lipstick. Next discovery for 2022 is the Jaclyn Cosmetics the liquid lipsticks. I have 3 of them. So this first one is Mama. This is a really good formula. It's kind of drying, and I'm not super into liquid lipsticks anymore, but I do find that this one is a really nice one because it's not super drying, and when you do get a little bit of indentation, a little bit of gunkiness up right here, just take your finger and wipe it back in, and it's a really good formula for even once it's dried down, you can still kind of manipulate it back into itself, if that makes sense. It's not a like sucking all the life out of your lips and you can't move it type formula. So Mama is right there, kind of a cruddy swatch, so it's right there. Really beautiful, cool tone pink. The next one is Oh Hi. I like this one a lot. It's kind of light for me right now, but it's a really great neutral light pink. It actually looks a lot like the creme from e.l.f. So it's right there. Really nice, very light pink. And then I have Nude, which is a fantastic, the lightest nude in my entire collection. Perfect for anytime you want to add a little bit of definition to the middle of the lip. I'll go ahead and do that just to kind of show you. I don't apply much of it, so I wipe it all off and then apply just the smallest amount into the middle. And I will just tap that out with my finger. And this is the lightest concealer looking color. I love it so much. If I am needing to tone down anything, it's pretty much a concealer, but just with a really nice formula. So I like it a lot to blend over any lipstick. In the winter, I can definitely wear a little bit more all over the lips, but I love this so much. It is the perfect concealer nude if I am needing to lighten up anything. And if you have not tried the Maybelline Vinyl Inks, you are missing out. Go get every color. This is by far my favorite formula of any lip product ever. It is just so unique. You can always find nice drying kind of liquid lips that aren't going to transfer. You can find great bullet lipsticks. You can find fantastic lip glosses. You can find all of that. You cannot find anything like this. This is a long wear, not matte, vinyl, shiny, glossy lip color. I have this in Red Hot. This is my favorite summer red I've ever used. I wore this for an entire weekend straight, nonstop, for 4th of July weekend. It did not budge. It lasted all day. The fade was incredible, and that's kind of what I was most worried about. Like, that's great. It looks nice. That's great. It's comfortable, but how does it fade? If I'm going to wear something all day and I want it to last all day, I also want to not worry about checking my lipstick in a mirror and just going for the whole day and knowing that either it's going to be there or it's going to be fading, but it's not going to look bad. The fade is really important for me. So they say shake it really well, and then you apply it. You leave it for 30 seconds. It will have dried down. This is so fantastic. So it has a very glowy finish that does not go away. It does stay on all day, looking so comfortable and healthy. It feels really comfortable on the lips. I don't feel it at all on my lips until about the 6 or 7 hour mark. By then, I do find I get a little bit of buildup, but what is so incredible about this formula is even it builds up a little bit in the kind of inner corner. All you have to do is take a piece of tissue and just blot it. It will take away the cakiness and the kind of buildup, but it will leave the color. It won't mess up that color. It won't change any of the pigment. It is fantastic. It does not transfer. It does not go anywhere. It lasts 12 hours, and you don't even have to take this off. You just wear it until it fades off, and it fades so beautifully. I love this color so much. It is the most perfect summer red. I want this formula in every single color. I've seen all the normal colors. I was kind of bummed that they didn't have really pretty pinky ones, but at Target they have 3 or 4 colors that they do not have at Ulta or at Walmart, and they are the most beautiful pinky tones. Definitely a lot more like the colors I love. I go to Target and I'm gonna buy every color. I love this formula. If you have not tried it, you are missing out. This would absolutely be a wedding lipstick. This is stunning. If you haven't tried it, go try it out. You will not regret that. I did almost forget 2 highlighters. I haven't been super into highlighters. I really do love balms or anything that's just going to sit onto my skin and look absolutely wet. So the first one I have is the Flower Beauty. This is the Day Glow Highlighting Glaze. It is the one I have on today. beautiful face glaze. It's not sticky. It does kind of dry down, which I like. A lot of these don't dry down. They do feel sticky. This one does not. I just apply it with my finger, tap it on, and it just looks wet. Really stunning. Doesn't add a lot of pigment to your skin, but just makes it look wet and really juicy. Another product a lot like that is the Merit. This is the highlighting balm in Cava. I really like this. This has a bit more pigment, but it is a balm. So I love this one so much. I will also apply this with my finger, tap it on, really absolutely stunning. And then I have actually found one powder bronzer that I have been really enjoying. I've kind of steered away from powder highlighters. I really love creams and liquids and glazes, but this is the Essence. This is Kissed by the Sun. It looks so beautiful. I bought it thinking it was going to be more of a kind of shimmery bronzer, but it's definitely a highlighter. So this is a really great formula. It's right there. It's a little bit darker, but I like it for my tan. This does not look powdery at all on the skin. It looks really skin-like. You can see it right there. It's a bit darker. So it kind of just blends into my skin a little bit more, but it does give me that really beautiful, kind of more natural glow, but really is pretty. I love the color of it, especially with my tan. I'll put that all over the body. You cannot see it up close. It's not powder or anything. It just gives you that really undetectable glow. I love that one a lot. So those are the highlighters that I've been loving. I almost forgot those, so I'm so glad I looked down on my huge mess of products in front of me. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please let me know the products that you have been loving so far through the year, your top 5. Leave them down in my comments, and I will just catch you on the next video. Bye, guys.